After the ordeal, I used the Mutant gem I had been saving since Epic of Pain on my Dazzler. I've been wanting Dazzler to be awakened for forever. I got her the day she released, so back in December, and I've been playing her unduped for this long, but I knew one way or another I was going to awaken her, whether I got lucky and pulled a Mutant gem, or got lucky and pulled her from a Titan. In this case, it was kind of both, because I had the option to take her from a Titan Nexus and got Zola instead, which worked out perfectly because I had this Mutant gem that I was saving for after I opened all my Titans to safely use it on her. So now that we have done that, I'm going to give her all the Mutant Sig Stones I had, which was kind of very little, and we are going to get her to Sig 58, which Dazzler for 99% of matchups does not need a high Sig at all. In fact, Sig 1 covers a lot of ground. What her Sig ability does is it is going to allow you to ignore all physical damage when striking the opponent, and then depending on how high your Sig is, you're going to reflect part of that damage back at the defender. So some examples of physical damage that you can reflect come from Korg's Thorns, Atuma's Thorns, Killmonger's Reverberation, and those are the basic ones. There are other ones that are like Rupture debuffs, which are going to be a little bit trickier to manage because obviously Rupture debuffs, you're going to reflect them when you're striking the opponent, but if you have to block or beta special or whatever, you're going to be taking that Rupture damage. So I wouldn't be sending Dazzler to any Rupture nodes if you can help it. But as you can see there, Dazzler, she does not have energy damaging medium attacks, so we are going to be taking Korg's Thorns damage if we use our medium. However, because of our Sig ability, we are going to ignore and reflect that damage. And that's obviously pretty great, because then we don't need to change our playstyle at all when fighting Korg. The only thing we might want to do is avoid parrying a little bit, because she doesn't really have any tenacity counter. She doesn't really need it, so we're going to kill this Korg right here. This was in an Alliance war, first war I took Dazzler 2 after I awakened her, and that is a pretty fun 43-second fight. Alright, next up we're going to be fighting Bullseye. This is the second bullet point of Dazzler's Sig ability. Whenever she performs a Dazzling Dash attack, she is going to gain a Pursuit passive, scaling from 2 to 10 seconds. My Dazzler is Sig 58, so this is just under 5 seconds of Pursuit duration. That is very short, and honestly not the most reliable thing for Bullseye. But I wanted to test this matchup, see how well she could do it with my Sig 58 version. And I came up with this rotation where you're going to use your heavy attacks a bunch, do stand-up intercepts, because stand-up intercepts also give you 5 tempo. And then we're going to use the Pursuit to push Bullseye to a Special 2. Once he's at Special 2, we're going to dodge it. As a reminder, dodge does not count as Dex, and therefore we will not get bled when we try to Dex Bullseye Special 2. So here I'm going to go for heavy, and then another stand-up intercept. I need a beta heavy from Bullseye. That was something that was kind of funny. He parried me, but also my Dazzling Dash went to his block, so it counted as a stun. And then we just do the same thing again. We want to push Bullseye to a Special 2, and then we just wait for this little thing to go away, or trigger our Pursuit like we did right there, and go for my SP2, and he's dead. So that was a Sig only 58 Dazzler doing Bullseye with still a 47.5 thousand score, which it's not the best, but it's much better than if you were playing an unduped Dazzler for the most part. And if you can't dex the SP1 like I can't, I'm terrible at dexing Bullseye's SP1, I just can't do it, then you can use your Pursuit that way and try to have as much health as you can via ignoring his evade and pushing him to Special 2. So, almost a perfect fight. Definitely took some damage there that is just going to be natural, but it is what it is. Now we're going to fight this Void on the Alliance War map, Node 25. And Node 25 is the new node, one of the new nodes on the map, and it is painful. Firstly, he just did not want to play into my intercept and decided to counter me for it. I guess I shouldn't have gone for a medium intercept, I don't know. And then I missed X's special one. Yeah, so I played this fight terribly. But the point is, whenever you use a contact attack against the defender on this node, there is a 85% chance that you are going to take Thorns damage. And Thorns, unless specified otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's every time, by the way, is considered physical damage. So Dazzler is just going to ignore the Thorns damage of this node and reflect a portion of it back at Void, as you could see there when I was striking him. So not only does that affect champion kits like Korg, Azuma, and Killmonger, but it also hits nodes like Thorns or any Rupture nodes. So anyway, those are just 3 fights that I wanted to show off that are gonna, show off some of Dazzler's sig ability. It is one of the strongest sig abilities in the entire game. I think, like, she might be the most worthy champion in the entire Mutant class of getting an Awakening Gem. The only person I'd say that is comparable to that is Mr. Sinister, or if you really care about BG's defense, then your Domino. But other than that, Dazzler would always get my Mutant Gem first. And yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope this enlightened you on some of Dazzler's sig ability benefits, and I will see you in the next video.